Well, you're looking at video of a 2012 accident in Airway Heights. A man was killed, run over by an SUV. And now 3 years later, the driver of that SUV is facing vehicular homicide charges. And with a story you'll see only on KXLY4 News, LeFriec joins us. And Alex, that victim wasn't using a crosswalk, but in this case, it doesn't matter.
You're exactly right, Nadine. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says the victim, Tim Scott, had the right of way even if it wasn't clearly marked. And that's not the only thing that's unclear in this case, as the defendant's story and that of eyewitnesses couldn't be more different.
On the morning of February 15th, 2012, Tim Scott was hurrying to catch his bus at the intersection of Hayford Road and 9th in Airway Heights.
This is his normal route every morning, and unfortunately this morning, there was a lot of factors, obviously, that came into play, and he wasn't able to safely cross the road.
The SUV driven by Kieran Garrity ran into him, literally knocking him out of his shoes.
Yeah, unfortunately, the SUV struck the pedestrian, and then there was a second car behind the SUV who obviously, wasn't aware that the impact had taken place and struck the pedestrian a second time.
Witnesses say Garrity was driving too fast for the dark, icy conditions that morning and that his stereo was blaring. Investigators also noticed that his SUV had tinted film over its headlights, rendering them less effective. When they looked at the car a few days later, the film had been removed. Garrity denies being under the influence or using illegal drugs, but a voluntary blood draw showed marijuana in his system. He was scheduled to be formally charged in court today, but a public defender has not been assigned to him, so the proceedings were postponed.
Would you like your arraignment continued so that we can get counsel appointed for you? Yes, please.
Garrity also claims he wasn't on his phone, saying it was broken. However, the first witness at the scene saw him talking on it right after the crash, and later that morning, Airway Heights police called the phone, pretending to be somebody else, and he answered, proving the phone did work.
Garrity is scheduled to make his next appearance in court with his attorney on March 4th. Reporting in the studio tonight, LeFriec, KXLY4 News.